one. Hello, nerds, and welcome to Nerds with Dice. We are, of course, playing Fields of the Dead, a Midwestern zombie apocalypse using the Walking Dead universe system. Before I get into the nitty gritty of this, I'm going to throw this over to Cass and let them start our intros.
I'll talk about myself real quick and hope the internet stays stable. Hi, I'm Cass. My pronouns are she, they. I play Cherry. Their pronouns are also she, they. And in a couple of weeks, we're going to have a big gay wedding. Quinn, go.
Big gay wedding. Hey everybody, my name is Quinn. I use any and all pronouns, and I'm playing Chase, who uses he, him pronouns. And I don't know what to say about Chase. He's here. He's hanging out. Uh he keeps finding things to do, and the only thing he wants to be doing is Mac. So he's having a hard time. I don't know who goes after me.
It's me. Hey everybody, I'm Mary. My pronouns are she, her. Today I'm playing Eliza, whose pronouns are also she, her. She's also prepping for the big gay wedding TM, and is trying to keep everybody at least in a semi-calm state as the world is kind of ending around them, but it'll be fine.
All right, that's me. Hi, I'm Faye. Pronouns, they, them. I play Jonah. Things are going on with Jonah, but who knows? Maybe he'll be back for the big gay wedding.
Hi, I'm Lisa, and I use they, she pronouns, and I play Felix using she, her pronouns, and she's kind of in a pickle right now, so let's see if she can get out of that jar.
Hell yeah. Hi, everybody. My name is Merv. I use they, she pronouns. And tonight we're bringing back Deborah, who uses she, her pronouns. She's fine, I guess. We're kind of still covered in blood, but it's okay. We're just trying to keep our people safe the only way we know how. Don't look at me, Cherry. I swear I'm doing better. I promise.
Hi, and I am Sophia Olivia Scott. I am your storyteller for this lovely, lovely Walking Dead story. Of course, you can find all our links, Discord, YouTube, in the chat, and of course, our general content warning for stuff we might have come up in this show. Make sure you're keeping yourself safe. And now, I believe we're going to Jonah for a monologue.
We are. I apologize for my autofocus. Yes. Dear Kennedy, you're not dead. Not really. Maybe you are. Maybe the Kennedy that I thought you were is dead. Has been. Maybe she never existed at all. There were things that I thought I knew. I saw how you took up a room and how everyone looked at you. I thought I knew how you worked, how you felt. And I thought I knew you. But the Queen of the Bay, it's you, but this figure is a stranger too. Just taking. Why didn't you take me with you before? Why didn't you take Winter? What are you planning? Why now? Why are you taking me now? I have people who I care about who need me. And I'm not there because of you. That's how it's always been, hasn't it? I always came when you called back then. But just like you, Kennedy, I'm not the same that I used to be. And I'm getting back to them, no matter what.
Joe, you find yourself not long after you were met with some strangers in an alley Now you're waking up groggy a few hours later in the back of a truck. You're in the back seat. It's one of the big extended cab trucks, right? You're groggy. In front of you, there are two guards are in the driver's seat and passenger seat. Next to you is the figure in the motorcycle bodysuit and helmet. You can see next to you there is a patch sewed on their shoulder, an ace of diamonds. You're just driving along. You're, of course, again, disoriented. Do you do anything? Say anything?
Can I use my watchful talent during this time?
What does your watchful talent do?
I can use Scout to learn the dynamics of a group of people and the opportunities and risks therein. However, I do need to spend time with them. And if, we're sitting in the back of a truck and I'm just watching everybody, I feel like that counts. And then in this way, I learn of both regular issues and secret issues. Depending on the role, of course.
Yeah, I will let you do that.
Woohoo. Okay. And I haven't lost any stress. I'm still stressed from last time, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
What is your stress?
I'm at 2.
Okay.
No successes, but also no walkers, no matter how close I got to them.
The only thing you can tell for sure is that the person with the ace card patch on their shoulder is obviously in charge. And as you drive, as you go, the driver checks the rearview mirror and he says, Ace, we're being followed. There's somebody on a motorcycle coming up on us. What do you want me to do? Jonah, do you look? Do you turn around and look behind you?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. You turn around. In the bed of the truck, you see like some bags of supplies, and yeah, there's coming up on you fast is someone on a motorcycle. You can't tell who it is because they have a helmet on and stuff. Yeah.
Could I tell if it's not the Brothers of Hades?
Oh, it's so this is more of
I'm assuming that's more like dirt bike kind of style, not like, classic motorbike. But it's like, would Jonah make the assumption of, I don't know who this is, but I can tell that they're not part of this group?
Yes.
Cool. All right. Great. Where I'm at, because I'm assuming like I've got guards on either side of me, right? Or
no,
is it
you just have the ace in the backseat with you.
Ace in the backseat with me. Cool. All right. Great. So, how do I want to play this? Jonah's gonna look from, having seen out the window to the ace back here, and I don't suspect that you're gonna do anything about that, right? Because who's gonna go against the queen, right?
They, clearly look at you because, like, you can see the whole helmet turn, and then they say, "Just keep driving." And as you go, so there's a truck in front of you, and that truck goes over a hill, and when they're out of sight, the person on the bike pulls up alongside the truck, pulls out a knife, and starts slashing at the tires. On instinct, the driver attempts to swerve away. The tires catch on the shoulder, and the truck gets pulled into the ditch and crashes into a fence post.
While this is going on, I assume that because I had a chemically assisted map, I did not get bound, right? I was great. Can I, while the truck is being, while the biker's going after the tires and the chaos is happening, can I take my elbow and like try and bash against the biker's helmet to disorient them?
Yes, roll close combat.
No, here's the walker. God damn.
Already more walkers than we had last week.
It's me, guys. I don't know what to tell you.
0 successes. Oof. And
wait, you know what? I'm gonna use my talent here. I'm gonna use rather die than break. And I'm gonna lose a health to get an extra success on the roll, bringing that to a 1.
Okay, so yeah, you know what? I think this is easy. You take that 1 health. You land this hit. You do disorient the ace, but you re-injure your shoulder.
Sounds about right.
And this is partially due to elbowing the helmet and the crash.
Cool. Yeah.
When you hit that fence post, something flies up, and the guard in the passenger seat is dead. You're still a little disoriented now from the crash and from the sedative, but you can attempt to get out of the truck while Ace is still.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I don't care if I look stupid, and if I'm stumbling, I'm getting out.
Okay, yeah, you get out and you do stumble. The guard in the driver's seat is doing the same thing, and the biker on the road has stopped. She takes off her helmet. You see Cersei on the road. You've, in more in passing than anything, you've seen Cersei. But yeah, this guard goes to go after you, and Cersei runs into the ditch, and in 3 quick motions, kills him.
Thank you.
She grabs you by the uninjured arm. Goes, come on, we have to go.
Yeah.
And as you start out of the ditch towards her bike, the ace steps in front of Cersei. And what you see happens next is a pretty good fight. I'm not going to describe every detail, but like if we were seeing this in the show, it's
The
two
choreography is to die for.
yeah, it's two really good martial fighters going at it, right? It ends with the ace stabbed but alive, and Cersei stunned, and the ace bails, and before either of you can do anything, steals Cersei's bike. So now you're just stranded. Right? And this is what happened to you before or in that time. Since then, you've been wandering the countryside after Cersei drags you into the woods. Because, the car accident, all of that was loud. Eventually, it drew some walkers. And you are on your way back to the Spectrum, but now on foot.
All right.
Because this journey will take time, you will get some rest time, so you will get to take some harm off your thing. Cersei will help set your shoulder at some point, but yeah, you're on your way back. Let me decide where I want to go next. Felix, you are with Tugs. You're on a building. You're watching a group of strangers to you. And I think we discussed a group of 4. They are setting up, looks to you like fireworks across the room. One of them is kneeling down, setting stuff up. And Tugs points, says, I want you to take that one. I'll distract him. I want you to sneak in, and grab that one.
With what?
To whatever you have.
I have binoculars. I don't fight.
They don't know that. Just bring them to me.
And then you'll let all of us go?
Yeah. I won't have any need for you then.
Okay. Felix is going to hesitate just for a minute before looking down at where she needs to go, and just as quiet as possible head down. She does not believe him at all.
But does she agree to help?
Yeah. Right now she's at the disadvantage. She has to listen to him or things are going to probably get worse.
We fast forward. Then you're standing outside of a door. You know that the plan is for Tugs to open a different door and basically let in a couple of walkers
Mhm.
to distract them so that you can sneak in and grab this person. So I'm going to have you roll stealth.
Okay. I got 3 successes.
Okay. Yeah. You move through this building. You, without making a sound, you get up to the roof. You can see this person. Nobody sees you. The 3 guards hear the walkers,
Hmm.
and they take off to go take care of this problem. And your target is sitting there, not paying attention, doing their work, but they're all alone, unguarded.
Do they have their back to me?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. Am I above them on the roof, or are they also on the roof?
They are also on the roof because they are setting
Okay.
the fireworks out up there.
Then I would like to sneak up behind them and put my hand over their mouth and one hand on their shoulder. Like, I'm not trying to grab them. I just want them to not shout for help.
Okay. They tense up.
Please. I don't know what is going on to make this guy Tugs need me to get you, but I need your help. And then I will take my hand off their mouth.
They turn around to you. My help? What could I possibly do for you? I don't even know you.
I don't know you either. My name is Felix. I was over in a different area and Tugs acted like he needed help and we took him in for the night. And next thing I know, he's holding a friend hostage and telling me I need to work with him and he wanted you. So I don't know what you did to him, but I don't want any part of this. I just want to survive.
I don't know a Tugs, but I'm gonna have you roll manipulation here to just see where they're at.
0 successes.
I don't know a Tugs. I've got work to do. Important work to do. Whatever jam you're in, whatever you've gotten yourself into, I suggest you figure another way out of it. Now, I've got work to do. And they turn to go back to what they were doing.
I need you to help me one way or another.
Yeah, everybody needs help, and it's the damn apocalypse. What do you want me to do?
You're the one that he needs. So if I have to bring you to him, I'm going to do my best to bring you to him. Whether that's willingly or not willingly, that's up to you.
Roll manipulation again.
Okay. 1 success.
1 success. They finish what they're doing. Stand up. Fine. My work's done. If you really need my help, I'll go with you.
Okay.
Do we wait for my friends? Or
We have to go alone.
they dip their head. Okay, fine. Where are we going?
Felix will go ahead and just gently take him by the arm and just start leading him up back to where Tugs is waiting.
A few minutes later, Dalton and the people that Dalton took with get back to the roof and find River missing. Back at the Spectrum. Chase, the last time we seen you, you were headed over to talk to Chloe again.
Yeah. Yeah, she still hadn't found Mark, and as much as Chase has other things he wants to be doing, he is also concerned about people going missing, because that is bad and could get worse. So, yeah, he's going over, because Chloe was checking in with... Chloe was talking to someone else. Do not remember who.
I think it was just a random person. I don't remember if I named them. I think it was just Chloe was just talking to someone.
I think it might have been the person who's in charge of the Spectrum crew.
Was it Tasha?
It might have been Tasha. I thought it was someone who was named, but we have a long. I can go pull up the NPC list.
Not all the NPCs are on there, but on that list yet. But yeah.
I think it was someone from the Spectrum group.
Yeah. It wasn't Alice, because that's a separate thing. I mean, it can be Tasha. That's a little retcon. You pull up, and Tasha is telling Chloe, yeah, I thought Mark said he had a special project he was working on. Didn't get any details, but he went next door, I think, into the bar. I'm not sure.
It's not a retcon. I looked at my notes. It is Tasha.
Okay, look at that. At least somebody takes notes.
Hey, Chloe. You're still looking for Mark?
Yeah. Yeah. Sounds like he didn't tell me he was working on anything. I don't know why I hate to ask. Can you help me find him?
I mean, yeah, it sounds like he might just be right next door. If he mentioned that he was going over there, I don't know what he would be doing at the bar, but everywhere, like, within a couple block radius of here, I think it sounds like is relatively safe. It sounds like Deborah has been, keeping the area clear of danger. violently.
Flashed at Deborah in a building somewhere, hacking his arm in pieces.
I myself, yes.
So yeah, we can go run next door. Like that should be pretty fast. He's probably just over there, and everything's probably fine.
Okay. Thanks. I just don't want to go alone.
I know, yeah. Even though you shouldn't go alone. Like even though I think it's safer here, it's still good to stay in groups. So I feel like that's something Cherry would say.
Jay's trying to
It
be
is.
responsible.
And somewhere down the hall, Cherry's just like, what?
So you head next door. When you walk in, it's seems like an empty building. You don't see anybody, but if you explore around, you hear voices.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna ask if there's any like signs that anyone has been here recently. Is this the bar that Deborah and Eliza were in?
No, this is a different bar.
Like, there's smashed plates all over the ground. No.
No, but you do hear voices. There's like a room in the back.
Does it sound like Mark?
Do you head back there?
Yeah, I think I start heading closer, but I do want to try and like listen. If there's like a door that I can like listen through the door before opening it. Because I also, as far as I know, I don't know anyone else being missing. So it sounds like there's distinct voices, plural. Like I hear more than one person.
Yes.
So I definitely want to like listen for a second, either at like a door or a doorway, or like around a corner, and just try and see if I can tell if any of them are familiar.
Yeah. So the door to this back room is currently open, and as you get closer, the voices become more clear. You hear Mark, and you're also pretty certain the other person is Alice.
Oh. Okay. That's weird because I didn't know Alice was missing, or was not around. Can I tell what they're talking about? Like, is it clear enough to make out specific words?
Yes. It sounds like they're trying to fix something. Like one of them asks for a tool, and that's like it's not the right size. I need a 9 instead.
Okay. I think Chase has gone very quickly from like worried and concerned about the situation to confused. He also is kind of wondering because like okay, like Tasha said Mark was working on something. Like maybe he's working on something for Chloe, and maybe Chloe like. Maybe he should have told that to Chloe or told Chloe, like, hey, don't look for me. Like, it's a little weird that he just ran off without saying anything to his partner is the word that they would use for each other, right? Is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Like, to his partner, because of course she's going to worry about him. But, so I think he will kind of, like, Chase will turn back over to Chloe and be like, hey, I think they're back there. Like, give me a second. I'm going to go check. Just in case he's about to, like, ruin some kind of surprise. And I think just kind of like leans in and like knocks, even though the door is open, like knocks on the open door to get their attention.
Yeah. And you're as you do this, you're looking in the room, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So inside this room, it's not super big, but they have managed to get a pinball machine inside of it. They've got they put padding on the walls to like try to like muffle any noises when the doors close. And yeah, they're trying to fix this pinball machine. When you knock, Alice looks over and goes, "Oh, hi Chase. What's up?"
Hey. Nothing. I'm sorry to interrupt. Mark Chloe's been looking for you all morning, and she's been kind of worried. You didn't tell her you were going to do whatever you're doing.
Oh. Oh, shoot, you must not have seen my note.
No, she did not.
Oh.
We were like concerned about you because you just seemed like you were missing. But you seem fine. Everything seems fine.
Yeah, everything is fine. Actually, good timing. I think we're ready to give this a try. Um, they also have a car battery set up to try to power said pinball machine. It's a little makeshift, but you make do with what you have, you know. Did Chloe come with you?
Yeah, she's here. I wasn't sure if this was like a surprise for her and she shouldn't see it yet, but I can like just like lean out door a little bit. Yeah.
It is a surprise, but I think we're ready.
Yeah, Chase will kind of like lean out the door and like, hey, you can come back here. I found him.
Yeah. So Chloe walks into the room. She does a surprised gasp, like, "What are what are you doing?" And then Mark tries to start up the pinball machine, and it does work. And Chloe gives him a light hug, and then excitedly starts playing pinball. Did you have Matt come with you, or did you leave Mac in the other building? It's up to you.
I think probably Mac would have come with me because like we had gone over to check on Chloe together. Like I remember that part of the conversation was like we were both going over there. And so I think he probably would just have stuck around.
Okay. So if you Alice will come over to you and be like, they seem really happy. Maybe we should just leave them to it, huh?
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. We should go. Yeah, we should leave.
The three of you start heading back. If you want, Mac can be a few feet ahead of you. So if you wanted to talk to Alice now.
Yeah. Yeah, as they're walking back, I do think quietly-ish, as quiet as Chase is capable of being. I don't know how quiet that actually is. He does turn to Alice and just, it's been weird, like being back and moving over here to Spectrum and so much happening and going on in the last, well, I guess it's been a couple days for everyone else, but like a day for me that I've been awake. But it's really nice having Mac back and having you here and like, all being together. It's been great. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no. It's like I said. Thank you for bringing Mac back. It's been good to have everybody. Well, most everybody here.
Yeah. No, there's still a list of people in my mind that I want to find, hoping that they're all still alive. But for right now, I want to enjoy finding Mac and actually finding him alive and okay. When because I was again out for a couple of days. I feel like that's gonna keep coming up. Did you and Mac have any like I hope you guys had some time together. I don't know how much like alone time you can get in like a busy place like the Spectrum. And forgive me, I don't quite remember either from before, like exactly what the alone time element of your relationship is like with him.
Oh, that. I mean, yeah, no, we didn't. Mostly we were actually with you, like in your room. So like we had some time to talk, but we, the kind of alone time you're talking about, no, we didn't get that, Chase. Is it? Is there a reason you bring this up?
Yeah, I mean, like, again, like the whole sharing a space together is, we share the Spectrum space with like a lot of people, and the only like rooms really are the like hospital rooms, um, which are great, but like I think for medical purposes,
Yeah, yeah.
only. I don't want to risk Eliza's wrath. Um, by misappropriating medical space. But I know that like again, like Deborah's been like kind of clearing the area, and I think they're working on setting up some like safe houses around.
Yeah, I had heard that one or two of the buildings uh, are safe. I think a couple of them even have apartments above them.
Because yeah, like I before all of this and before getting distracted by Chloe, Mac and I were gonna like grab breakfast and talk because we haven't done a lot of talking lately either. But I might try and like find some time to, I don't know, I'm supposed to be taking it easy and resting today. And I also do want to help with getting some stuff set up, but I'm just I'm thinking and planning.
Um, yeah, I'm thinking for all of us, it would be nice to have a space to get some alone time. Um, I get, I, so much has been happening. I don't think I thought too much about it, but now that you bring it up, it would be nice. Um, and as for helping, Chase, you were in a coma for a few days, I guess. I think you get to be a little selfish.
I mean, yeah, but like the reason I was in a coma was kind of my own fault.
I guess, but you did a good thing. By the way, have you talked to Aiden? I do know Aiden feels really bad about missing the first shot. Trying to
no,
save
I
him.
don't. I've seen Aiden around, but no, I haven't talked to him. Why does everyone who went on that trip to help me somehow feel bad about something that they did helping me?
Look, I think Aiden. I think they believe, that if they maybe you wouldn't have been in such rough shape if they'd hit that first shot. But
I mean, I probably would have been dead if they didn't hit the second shot. So like,
yeah, but that's not how guilt works.
I know, yeah. No, I'll find Aiden. Do you know is he around somewhere? Is he? I know everyone's kind of been doing different things.
I think so.
Okay.
But I think you should, figure out which one of those apartments is safe.
Yep.
Maybe have your moment with Mac, with Mac. And I don't think you need to worry about everybody else. I think it'll be fine for a little bit.
Okay, yeah, I'll try and talk to Aiden. I do want to, go back and get something to eat first, and
Yeah.
and just we can all hang out and talk, and I'll try and see if Aiden's around, and yeah, just planning for the future if this is going to be our home for a little while. Good to also just like this is the first time I've been outside really. And like we came here before, like I've been to the Spectrum building before, but I haven't like really taken in our surrounding areas. So it's probably a good thing for me to get familiar with the area.
Yeah. And I think that is a good place to end that scene. Cherry and Eliza, are you together?
I don't know.
I don't know.
we
I guess where are we picking up from?
the last we seen Eliza was talking to Ren, but at this point, a little bit of time has passed for Eliza. So if you want to have been, because like you had talked Cherry and then seen Ren, went and talked to Ren. So if you wanted to have reunited with Cherry, be talking to Cherry, I'm just wondering if that's...
Yeah. She'll probably be out with Cherry. Maybe they're doing like a patrol watch or something outside.
Okay. This isn't too long after the fight, so would you two be talking about what happened?
I mean, I think Eliza would be giving Cherry the space to talk about it, not necessarily like prying, but like she won't necessarily bring it up, but just to see if and when Cherry would want to talk about whatever the hell just happened.
I think Eliza can tell that like normally Cherry's more open about like I fucked up, I'm sorry, and this time either you're not sure if it's guilt or what, but like their body language is a little colder than normal, and it takes a bit of time before you finally catch like the smallest I'm sorry, I lost my temper.
It's been a lot. Last couple of weeks, months, all of it. It's a pressure cooker here.
I don't know that Deborah thinks that I care about them, but their safety and your safety and everyone's safety is a lot.
No, I know. She'll just kind of take Cherry's hand and she'll say, it's been trying to go from one place to the next. Who's safe to be around, who's not. It's a lot. It's a lot of pressure. I don't think I'd be able to handle it half as well as you do.
I mean, I appreciate that, and I honestly think weirdly it might have helped Deborah to scream at me a little, because I can take it, and she needed to get, like she says, killing the walkers helps her work through it, but I think that maybe the yelling did a better job.
At least from what I've seen, she has a hard time letting go of what's causing her that turmoil. It's so much like what we used to have to deal with. I've gone through my list of coping mechanisms, but I'm slowly running out of options. I don't know how best to help her.
I mean, where do you find a good therapist in the apocalypse?
No kidding.
At this point, someone you've seen around, just one of those background spectrum people comes up and, hey, message from Marley. I guess no, nothing urgent, but if you had a chance to check on Vivian, I guess she skipped out on her morning checkup.
Okay. Yeah. Cherry, do you want to come with? Might be a little bit more persuasive than I can be.
Yeah, I'll come with just in case you need the backup. Well, I mean, in case both of you need that emotional support, I guess.
But we'll go find Vivian.
Vivian is friend Vivian on the roof of the spectrum. I don't know how Cherry and Eliza feel about it, but she's sitting, on the edge of the roof with like legs dangling over, looking at the horizon.
I mean, how many stories is the spectrum?
I would say probably 2.
I mean, it would really suck, but she'd probably survive. So it's not the worst thing, I guess.
So you don't immediately panic.
Eliza is nervous. I think that going into like panic mode would just make everything worse. So I think that she doesn't want to surprise her as she's like on near the edge of the roof. So I think she'll just kind of like make her presence known to Vivian. Just say, hey, what's going on?
Just looks over at you. Oh, hey, just thinking, I guess. Do you think my parents could still be alive?
Wow. I don't know. There was a lot that happened over the last few months. There's a chance we can always go looking once this big horde passes. But the one idea I would have is we can check out that sanctuary cult place. But we haven't heard back from them in a very long time. Not to say that it's impossible, but it's always good to have hope with a bit of realism sprinkled in. I think Eliza will kind of walk to the edge of the roof and kind of sit down next to Vivian.
Does Cherry have an opinion on this?
Cherry just was also going to walk and sit on like the other side of Vivian.
Okay. As you do this, Vivian kind of looks back out on the horizon and says, I I used to hate them. After my diagnosis, they used to treat me like I was so fragile, wouldn't let me do anything, and I hated them for it, and now I just miss them. I don't I don't know what to do.
I mean, parents have a strange way of showing their care sometimes. I'm sure it was an adjustment for everybody, but I like to think if they have left our world, no matter energy is purely destroyed. They're out there somewhere, whether it's in the flower or tree. Sometimes it's helpful to write out what we feel, just to let it out there. I don't have an easy answer of take this, do that. I wish I did. She'll just kind of like gently put her hand on Vivian's shoulder. It's a lot for anyone to have to deal with, and all of us have regrets. Things we didn't say, things we should have said, things we regret saying. That's part of life, unfortunately. What matters is everything you do now. Say when you care about someone. If something upsets you, let it out. You don't have to just bottle it all in.
I think she definitely reaches for Eliza's hand to take it. Maybe if Cherry is maybe receptive to that, she might do the same to Cherry as well. And I think this scene just ends, with her holding, your hands and crying softly. Where do we think Deborah is?
I think Deborah is pretty far out from the spectrum, much more than she assured Cherry. And Kia is gone. There was a radio message that required Kia to be needed somewhere else, and Deborah took full advantage of it. So Deborah is walking down the street, can no longer see the spectrum at all, and is thinking about the picture of Cassie.
Did Deborah walk this far out on purpose?
Absolutely. She's looking for a building that seemingly is abandoned, so the front door is already swung open. Maybe some of the lower level windows are shattered already. But not so much as there was a structure fire or like all of the shit is already out of the window and on the front lawn and back lawn.
Okay. Yeah. I think Deborah eventually does find that.
Deborah walks up to the house, puts her hand on the door frame. I'm imagining a greenish house with like a wood exterior, very like stereotypical like 90s house, like just kind of cookie cutter sort of shit. There's a tree in the front lawn with a broken swing. There are 2 ropes that kind of dangle, but there's no tire or piece of wood to finish the swing. Deborah has her machete in her hand. She first, like, very loudly knocks on the door with the handle of her machete to draw anything out of the house that could be lurking.
Does Deborah want something to be in the house?
The conversation I had with Eliza 2 episodes ago, is that the same day?
Yes.
Okay. No, I don't really care.
Oh.
I could go either way. I already met my quota for today.
Roll a d6 for me.
Okay.
And just tell me what the number is.
Shit, I didn't take out any dice. This is perfect. D6. Oh, D6, perfect. That's a 2. And it's on the floor.
I'm sorry, what was it?
A 2?
A 2?
Yeah.
On a 2, you hear deep in the house somewhere that telltale growl.
But
at least
nothing.
What it sounds, at least what it sounds like it. But nothing comes around the corner or comes out. And...
Okay. Okay. I will venture inside. Kind of confidently swinging my machete around. Not being super vigilant of whatever is around me, but just... I feel like her vibe is like, come out wherever you are, sort of thing, as she walks through this house. I think she hears it leading to a basement. Hangs outside the door for a little bit. And starts scratching at the door to see if she can get a rise out of whatever is on the other side of the door. 100% just playing games and not taking this seriously at all. She swings open the door and brings her machete down on the top of the head of the walker on the other side of the door.
Roll close combat.
Machete is +2. Ah. I thought I could nonchalantly grab as many dice as I needed. Didn't fucking work. Okay. That is 1 success and a 4 on my stress dice.
Okay. Easy enough. Take out the walker.
Deborah watches as the walker falls down the stairs as she very violently pulls it from the top of its head and slowly follows it down the stairs, looking for anything that she could rip off of the railing, kind of leading down, imagining that it is a very stereotypical Midwest house of wooden railings, kind of a shit job, or it's just a little too old and has been needing repairs or the apocalypse. So who the fuck has time for that shit?
So this is, I think, a very typical like Eau Claire, Chippewa Falls house where
Yeah.
it's old, but they remodeled it, but
Yeah.
trying to put modern into that old thing means that like
Yeah.
a lot of the rooms are a little too small because you have a house that is kind of small and mostly vertical, and because some of the older small houses are like that up here, and so you get some kind of small rooms, but you get 4 or 5 rooms in a 2-level house.
Yeah.
They're just kind of small,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, exactly. So Deborah finds like a railing rod, I guess, like one of the, and it's very detachable. She just rips it off of the railing itself. The walker is face down on the unfinished concrete floor of the basement, and she stands over the dead body, raises the wooden stake, her machete on the stairs next to her, and she starts stabbing the walker in front of her, under her breath muttering, "You don't care about me. You're putting on a face because you have a wedding in a few days. There's nothing. There's nothing. There's nothing there. You don't fucking care." And as that comes out, tears fall. Something in Deborah shifts a bit. She leaves the wooden stake in the back of the walker, picks up her machete, and walks upstairs. Looks around the rest of the house for any possible necessary supplies for the bride-to-be.
Roll a scavenge roll.
Okay. Scavenge is what?
I know we've talked about this. I believe it's survival.
Survival? Okay, perfect. So that's 4 dice and my stress dice. That is 2 successes and a 2 on my stress dice. So not walkers.
Okay. All of these houses have various abandoned items in them, right? You
Yeah.
have lots of clothes and stuff Yeah, because people threw a few. If they, tried to evacuate, they threw some of their clothes in a suitcase and left, but not everything. Nothing not important. And so as you go through this house and you find a few items, maybe a can of food in the back of a cupboard and some other stuff, you get to a walk-in closet. A few items lay scattered around the ground, but there's several dresses hung up, and in the very back corner, inside a bag, don't know if it's the right size, but there's a wedding dress.
What kind of curtains are in this house?
I think that depends on the room, but
Okay, the like bedroom that is attached to the walk-in closet here.
you get like the floor length like heavy drapes.
Okay.
But I think I don't know, maybe in a cream color or something.
Okay. I do want to grab the boxed wedding dress. And then I would like, because I don't know sizes. Frankly, I don't want to check right now. I want to move around the rest of the house and look for semi-sheer curtains somewhere in one of the rooms. And I am very confident that there are no walkers around, so I am doing this without pause or stealth at all.
Okay. Well, we will come back to whether or not Deborah finds those curtains. I want to jump back over to, I think, Chase for now. Chase, you have gotten breakfast. What do you think you grabbed?
Oh. I feel like we had established what food there was. I don't know why we had like someone was holding food at some point. I don't remember what it was.
I think it was like a granola bar or something, but there's plenty of that. There's like canned fruit and stuff.
Yeah, I think that he's probably still a little bit extra hungry because he went several days without eating because he wasn't awake. I'm gonna count how many times I say that per session now. So I think he probably grabs, like, it feels a little bit bad about it, but also remembers, like, everyone he's talked to has been like, you don't need to, feel bad about having been in a coma. So I think he probably will grab, like, a granola bar and fruit and will eat a little bit more than he normally would eat for a meal, because he knows that there's a lot of people and they need to share, they need to share around, but also he still wants to make sure that he's got, like, his own energy back and that he's feeling good and okay, and he didn't eat for 4 days.
I think whoever's like kind of in charge of like handing out food, like maybe has permission from like Marley and Eliza to like give you a little extra for the time being.
Yeah, I do feel like Chase has worked alongside Eliza long enough that, like, now that he's the one who's been injured, he does, like, have her voice in the back of his head. So every time he kind of, like, goes to do something unhealthy for himself, he, like, hears Eliza screaming at him. It's like, okay, fine.
Yeah. And as you're headed to wherever you and Mac plan on eating breakfast, you actually see Aiden heading towards the stairs to go to the second level. He's got a key ring with like a bunch of like the keys for the building itself that he's spinning on his finger as doesn't seem to be in a rush or anything, but he's walking that way.
Okay. Chase will kind of sigh. I think he's like carrying food. One of these days, Chase will actually eat. And like look at it and look up at like the table that Mac is walking towards and just be like, okay, I'm gonna get this over with. Hey, hey, Aiden, where are you headed?
Oh, I was gonna go. Actually, I could use a little help if you don't mind. If you have a second,
You're gonna go do what? Where are you going?
I just check one of the storage units for something.
Okay, yeah, sure, I can walk with you over there. Um, I just wanted to check in, and see how you're doing. We haven't really talked since I woke up.
Oh, yeah. I'm good. How about how about you? Um, you feeling better?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I think at this point they're like walking and talking. I just like someone mentioned that you were feeling bad about missing the guy like the first time that you shot at him when we were back in that parking lot. And I mean,
Uh, yeah, like you got hurt. I mean, I got hurt worse because I missed that first shot. Yeah.
like I don't want to just like tell you like not to feel bad about that because I know that feelings don't work that way, and like just because I say something doesn't mean you're gonna like stop feeling however you're feeling. But like on my part, if it helps, like I'm not. Heck, none of you had to come with me, right? Like I'm just glad that you went with me and supported me, and you know, like you hit the next shot, and that's probably the reason why I'm alive. So try not to worry about it too much.
Yeah. And, Vivian actually said the same thing. Or, well, close to it, The,
Yeah.
but, yeah. Um, yeah, so I will try not to feel as guilty about that. And Aiden, like, checks the doors and, okay, this should be the one. Unlocks it, opens it up. Tasha told me that there should be a couple of boxes of binders in here. Do you mind checking and points to like the shelf on the right side of the room? Do you mind checking over there? No, look over here.
Yeah, sure. No, that sounds important. I can start looking through here. What is it? Just like a closet full of shelves of boxes? Like, is there anything in here that's not a box, or is it just a bunch of cardboard boxes?
I think most of it is boxes,
Okay.
but like there's probably not everything.
Okay. What's the like organization like? Like, are the boxes labeled, or are they just like plain cardboard boxes?
Organization is pretty good, but not amazing. Most of them are labeled.
Okay. I say, like, I imagine it was probably like better organized before it turned into like an apocalypse safe house.
Yeah, I think there's clearly some boxes that got like shoved in here after the fact, and the stuff that was there before looks a little more organized.
Yeah, Chase like puts his granola bar in his pocket, and we'll start looking for, he's on task, like he wants to find the binders that are in here, but he is also just kind of looking to see what else might be in here, just kind of get like a general lay of what's some of the other stuff in this closet that I've never been into before.
Sorry, what was that last part?
He's just like looking around to see what else is in the the closet in the gay clubhouse has to have some cool stuff in it.
I think there is, right? Like there stuff that maybe isn't as cool or useful now, but
yeah,
you
like
know,
post-apocalypse. Yeah.
there's like boxes of flag pins and crates and totes of like the little miniature flags they hand out, you know, stuff like that. There's I imagine like some like cardboard like types vinyl cardboard type signs that they'd like hang on the wall for different seasons and stuff.
Mm.
There's
Yeah, no,
yeah.
no, yeah. Chase is just gonna like go through, see if he finds anything cool, but also he's looking for what he's supposed to be looking for.
And yeah, as you look, you find 2 boxes labeled binders.
Mm.
They're not super big, but big enough that, you know, it takes 2 hands to carry one box.
Yeah, I will get. I'm assuming Aiden is on the other side.
Yes.
So I will get his attention. Like, hey, I think they're over here.
Oh, great. Thank you. Do you mind carrying one?
No, that's fine. Yeah, where are we taking these?
Downstairs. We'll just take them to the front desk. I'm sure other people need them, but Key happened to mention needing a clean one, so.
Yeah, I mean, there's a decent amount here. There's like 2 full boxes, so there should be plenty.
Yeah. Thanks for helping.
Of course. Yeah. We'll take these out of here then, and he'll grab one of the boxes and start carrying it to the front.
I think we established last time that Cherry or Liza had a radio. If not, you may be inside at this point.
I believe like Cherry usually is the one that carries it.
I would imagine now, being at Spectrum, that like we've got a rotation of who like is on the radio inside, keeping track of things. But I mean,
I guess I was just wondering, since you left the building, if you took one.
I don't think we were far enough out from the building to have taken one that time.
Okay.
But like if we've come back inside, like more than likely Cherry walks by wherever the radio like is set up to double check things.
Okay. Yeah, that works. So I think you here. Little D to Spectrum. I hate that damn handle. Little D to Spectrum. Anybody there?
Spectrum, what's up?
Got good news and bad news. Fireworks are set up. Somehow we lost River. We think they're still alive, to be clear. It looks like somebody took them.
That appears to be becoming a big problem, that people are being taken. Where are you?
About I think 8 blocks out, something like that. Hard to tell. We had to come back a bit to get into range.
Cherry thinks about like where they talked about the fireworks be set up and is like, okay, so on the way to point C,
On
if
our
I
way.
left Spectrum, would I be headed towards point C?
Yes.
Okay. I don't want to waste any time on this. Head back to point C. I'll gather a couple more people and another group will meet you there.
Copy. And that is where we'll go to break. Hello, nerds, and welcome back to Nerds with Dice. Of course, we are playing Fields of the Dead, a Midwestern zombie apocalypse using the Walking Dead universe RPG. Jonah, you have been walking. I think technically since you were kidnapped, it's been like a day or two. A lot of time hasn't actually passed. Oh, I'm trying to remember what. No, because when Jonah got kidnapped, 4 days passed. So it's been a while now. You've you've actually had a problem getting back because, and you see it right now, those hordes are starting to cause problems as they, start to converge on the area. And so you keep getting cut off, and you can hear them right now. Now, Cersei hasn't been the most talkative during this time, but hasn't exactly been mean. There's a certain amount of, like, I saved you, but, like, I'm kind of indifferent towards you, to Cersei, that you've been noticing. But yeah, you can hear, you're close to the highway specifically, and you can just hear the horde, as they, make their zombie noises and stuff. And this is actually creates another problem because that noise actually draws in more. So, even if you're safe, you have to kind of keep an eye on you because more and more are like coming into the area.
All right. So, a quick housekeeping question. Because there has been time passed, my wounds have gone down, so my HP is bad. However, but given Cersei's indifference, I'm assuming that my stress has not resolved any. Cool.
No.
Great.
Your stress hasn't. You can, of course, try to have a conversation with Cersei to reduce that. But so far in this time that's passed, it hasn't happened. But yes. So, like, the thing is, the way, like, HP works in this is that it's kind of a little bit more about, like, how close you are to death and injury in this moment. And so once time passes, you get that HP back. That doesn't necessarily mean that Jonah isn't still a little beat up. It just means that Jonah
is
isn't.
More the question about the stress than anything. Just because I was like, because Jonah's worried about getting back. He's not really worried about making friends here. So
I do also think that you have another stress looking at this horde of zombie.
Great. More walker capabilities.
Yes. Yeah.
So, yeah, all right, cool. And Jonah probably only has his knife on him because when he went out, he wasn't thinking about, going out. Great.
And as as you're sitting there, something happens. Those fireworks that River had set up, they're on a timer, on a delay, right? The first batch starts going off. So you hear and see, kind of, because it's still daytime, but, fireworks in the distance going off. Which you can actually see, like, it changes the patterns of some of the walkers and gives you a risky path to get to the other side of the highway. If you go underneath the highway, under the overpass. But it's still risky. But it's there.
Jonah is going to look over to Cersei. We're taking risks either way. We either spend more time out here, or we try and get through quick.
Yeah, we're going to have to. I don't like it, but we're going to have to.
All right. All right, what am I rolling to get through?
You're going to be making a mobility roll.
Okay, cool.
This
This went so well for me last time.
This is more about speed than it is stealth. You know, you don't want to be spending too much time under the horde.
Right. Okay. Just no walkers, please. Hey, 2 successes! No walkers!
Okay. Hold on 1 second. Did I really not? All these sheets for NPCs and I didn't make one for Cersei? Well, we'll just call it good for now. You've got enough
Cersei.
successes. You can give yours to Cersei.
Yeah.
You can give your extra one to Cersei. So you make it. You do draw a little attention, but not enough that you need to be worried, and you can keep going, right? Like, you can outpace the zombies that noticed you, and with the fireworks going off as well, get across, you find a building, you can take a moment to take a break and catch your breath in there, but you're on the other side of the highway.
Yeah, definitely hunkering down, finding a place where not direct line of sight of windows, but can easily peek out and keep an eye on everything that's going on outside.
Okay. Jerry, who are you gathering to go out there? You have your fighters like Harley. Aiden is pretty good in a fight. If you can find Deborah.
I probably would take at minimum both Harley and Aiden, because Aiden is good at survival, which we would be using for potentially tracking River and whatever's going on. Honestly, it might just be the three of us so that we can move faster. Especially because, like, River's group was 4 already, so coming back, that might be, a problem.
Okay. Does Eliza want to go with?
I mean, yeah, she would want to go with. But I think she's leaving it open. She's trying not to be too overbearing. But she would be very concerned about whatever we are getting into here. She just kind of leave it up to the people going of whether they wanted the extra person, because she's not great at sneaking. So if they're trying to sneak, she's not the best at that.
I don't know that I, as a player, could say it correctly, but I think Cherry would do their best to nicely say, with the prosthetic and how tired you've been and how much pain you've been in, that like bringing you with would both slow the group down and make more risk, and they'd rather you stay here.
They'll do so, absolutely.
Plus, Cherry needs someone who's here that she can rely on. I'm taking almost everybody with me. I need you here so that I know things are going okay here.
Valid.
Okay. So you gather your folks and you're heading out. Eliza, knowing that things are getting bad out there, how do you feel about Cherry leaving to try to go find River?
Terrible. No good. Very bad. Wee woo. Basically, every alarm bell was going off in the back of her head, her intuition. Like, you should be there. You should be out there. You need to be the one to watch Cherry's back. And then it's just the other rational side of like, she asked you to stay here. We need to stay here. They have this. They have things under control. It will be okay. And is just absolutely like terrified, but trying to keep a calm outer presence so she doesn't make other people more anxious.
Okay. Yeah. Cherry, everybody is ready to go. Aiden and Harley. I think like Aiden's maybe the most prepared. Aiden's got like a go bag at this point, like full of some supplies, ammo, whatever, ready to go. They may even have one for Cherry if Cherry doesn't have her own.
Cherry 100% has their own go bag. Totally.
Right, yeah. I thought that might be the case, but in which case I think Aiden gives the extra one to Harley, who doesn't have one, isn't as prepared.
I honestly, with even the short amount of time we've been at the Spectrum able to like prepare for stuff, I would imagine there's at least like 2 or 3 bags, so like a group of people has at least a bag of supplies with them if shit goes real south.
Okay.
Like especially maybe not before we knew about the hordes converging when we were moving to Spectrum, but like especially after knowing like this could go real bad. I think one of the things is like with the inventorying of supplies was like starting to make bags for at least like small groups of people to be able to grab and run if things really hit the fan.
Yeah, that makes sense. You start to head out. Deborah, in the living room, there are some sheer curtains in a closet. They had been up at one point, but somebody had taken them down, stored them away in like the coat closet on the shelf. Did you find them there?
I think at that moment, then, she wants to take the dress out of the box and just kind of put it on something just to like lay out, just so that Deborah kind of knows what it looks like. And if it honestly would look good on Eliza, in her opinion. And then wants to take the sheer curtains and look for any sort of needle and thread in the house.
Yeah. Yeah, so, classic Midwestern house. You look everywhere for a sewing kit. And then you find the junk drawer, and there's one of them little tiny sewing kits in there.
Perfect.
It's not in the secret cookie tin that's not cookies?
No, that had a bunch of ribbon in it when I found it. And I'm also going to take the ribbon as well. That's my Midwest house. That's what we kept in our cookie tin. Okay. Deborah grabs ribbon and thread and needles and takes these sheer curtains, because I imagine these sheer curtains are I'm like making this akin to my own home. These sheer curtains are fucking old and they're very just like easily tearable, so that I can make strips with them.
Are they easily tearable or easily terrible? Please explain.
I'm trying to make them better, and they're easy to tear. And so she kind of goes to work on it. Her vision is to add more like what is the word I'm looking for? More shape to it. Because upon looking at it, it is kind of just like a pretty standard, like it's not like a super big like princessy dress, and it's not super skin tight like a mermaid style dress, but it's kind of in the middle. And so taking those and pinning them on the inside to try to add like a makeshift petticoat of sorts, just so that, A-line looks good on everybody. And just kind of trying to do that, kind of recounting her times. And Deborah is very quickly thrown into a memory of sort with her mother on her wedding day, when her and her wonderful dick got married. Sorry. And Deborah is sitting in the like kind of the bride. I don't know what those fucking rooms are called. Like in churches, you know what I'm talking about? Like they always have this like specific room for brides. Like no one in the church goes in there ever until there's a wedding. And so she's in there by herself. All of her like bridesmaids and everybody have like already started to walk down the aisle. And she is greeted by her mother. And she is thinking that this is just cold feet. She had conversations with Cassie hours before this about like, are you sure you want to like do this? Is this like what you want to like I don't want you to like regret this for the rest of your life. And yeah.
I'm curious because you have this talk with Cassie hours before, but is she actually at the wedding?
She is, but she didn't want to be part of my bridal party. So she's just a guest in the audience. And on my side of the church, obviously. and Deborah's mom comes in her, mother of the bride dress and a cute hat. And they proceed to talk about nothing for 10 minutes. Deborah does not remember the conversation, but remembers her mom just being right next to her and holding her hand and picking at her dress. There were tiny little rhinestones at the bottom that she slowly picked off on the side that she sat on. And she remembered that for the rest of the day. And she just kind of... She didn't know what it meant. She still doesn't know what it means. And she worries that what she's doing now for Eliza is the same thing that her mom did to her, of ruining an incredible day because of anxiety and threat of whatever future is coming for her.
Okay. And you're sewing on this dress, right?
Yes.
This is gonna sound funny, but technically the system, a craft roll can either be a survival or a tech roll.
Oh.
Pick each one, which one you want to use.
I have 0 in tech, so I'm doing survival. And stress dice. No successes and a 3 on the stress dice, but I'm going to push.
Okay.
One success.
Okay. Yeah, so you had to push. So you have to go back to the junk drawer at one point to find the seam ripper because you have to redo some stitches. But you managed to do this. Whatever you were intending to do with the dress, you get it done.
I think at some point while Deborah is sewing, she thinks she hears something coming from the basement, which she has already closed the door to keep track of everything. She very quickly packs up the dress, making sure that no blood gets on it. Kind of keeps it on the couch off to the side. Opens the door very quickly and swears that the body at the bottom of the stairs is gone and slams the door shut before grabbing the box and heading outside.
Okay. Before we go back to Eliza, I do want to know one last time what Chase is up to after this conversation. After that conversation with Aiden, you set the box down. What does Chase get up to?
Chase just wants to go eat breakfast in a quiet corner somewhere in the spectrum. Chase has several goals, as was mentioned in the intro, but for right now, he does genuinely want to talk to Mac and have a conversation and have a quiet moment. So yeah, I think he carries the box over, checks with Aiden to make sure there's like nothing else that they needed, make sure that was all good, mission accomplished, and then he heads back to wherever they have like the eating area, like their dining area set up.
Okay. Do you finally talk about those kind of important things? Do you bring those up? Do you try to get?
Yeah, I think it's just a little bit of a like, like I imagine it is like they sit down across from each other, like for the first time, in a minute, like they've talked a lot, but they haven't really talked. And I think finally, like eventually, I think the thing that Chase settles on asking is just like, so, I know we have a lot to catch up on, but maybe like, short version, where have you been for the last couple of months? Like, what happened to you?
Right. I knew we were gonna get to this eventually.
You don't have to say anything that you don't want to say, or we can wait and hold it if it's like too much to talk about and you want to just like enjoy being together. But I am really curious.
Yeah, I know. I think maybe a little bit at a time.
Yeah, like I said, like you can like short version, and you can ask me questions and stuff too. I'm sure you also have things that you want to know about.
Ye- Right. Yeah. Yeah. Of course. I guess I don't know. The day after you left to go do whatever that was, I don't remember now. It's a lot has happened since then, but
I know, yeah.
those guys that you've seen, um, they had attacked us. I guess attack isn't the right word because they didn't actually try. They mostly just like held us, at like weapon point. They didn't actually want to hurt us. Um, they they herded me and everyone else into their vehicles, and I guess they'd intended us to take us to that lady they call her Queen. I guess that's where everybody else is. I don't know. I managed to escape. Um, Things were pretty rough for a while after that.
Okay. Yeah, is that you? There was a lady we met, and in character, I think we got her name, which Chase would remember, but I don't. Um, with like a van who seemed to be part of like a weird cult thing, and there was a picture of you there.
Um, yeah. She, I don't know, it was weeks after I escaped. I was walking along the road and she found me, promised me safety. Things are really weird at her, I guess you'd call it a compound. But I mean, it was safe.
I mean, however you survived, weird or not, I'm just glad that you're okay.
I'm glad we're both okay. I guess, yeah. Tell me some of what happened to you.
Uh, yeah. Um, I had left with Lena to go just like it was just routine scouting mission. You know that she was a lot better at that stuff than I was. I was really just kind of like tagging along behind her, and we were only gone for like a day and a half, and when we got back, everyone was gone, and the coffee shop was entirely empty, and I had caught there was like a weird symbol drawn on the wall. I didn't think of it. I didn't think anything of it at the time. Um, and we tried to look for you. We tried to find like any kind of signs of where you had gone. Um, but we couldn't find anything, and we were on our way. Lena said that she knew a place where we could go. There was like a supply stash or something that I used to have a map to, because she had drawn something out, and I lost that. So I don't know if that's like still out there somewhere. But um, we were together for the first couple of weeks, and then we were, attacked, stumbled into a group of walkers, and one of them got to her, and then I was on my own after that.
Oh.
And then I found
I'm
these
sorry.
people. Yeah. She, was better at all of the survival stuff than I was. So she is probably, as with a lot of these people, the reason why I'm alive. Always seems to be at the cost of somebody else, or now myself getting knocked out, which I'm fine with. But yeah, it was a rough couple of weeks after that, until I found the hardware store that we used to be at, and I found all of these people, and that's been, I mean, it sucks because it's the middle of the apocalypse and there's no food and no privacy and people are dying all the time, but like it's nicer here. It's been nice like having people again, and I obviously, I want to try and find as many people as we can who are still alive. If it sounds like this group, the Queen, isn't killing people, so maybe more of our friends are still alive, and that's good to know. But it's been good here. And I'm glad that you can be here too now.
I think
So that's the
like
short story.
yeah, I think as you're just saying a lot of this stuff, Matt like gets up from his seat across the table and like comes and like maybe moves like chair like next here to like make a makeshift bench so he can like hold you in like comforting gesture, right? And then goes, for what it's worth, one, I I would prefer that you didn't get yourself knocked out, and I know it sucks that Lena didn't make it and that other people didn't make it, but Chase, your survival wasn't just at the the cost of others. It's okay that you're here. You don't need to feel guilty about that.
I mean, it's a little bit easier to feel good about being here with you around. Um, getting you back, feeling like we did that when the odds were really stacked against it. Like I found you um, somehow in this whole big city where everything is now very far away, and it I don't know. I think it's gonna make things better and easier moving forward to be together again.
Sorry,
I am not opening the group chat right now.
I shouldn't have.
Whatever, then there's gonna make me die laughing.
Never open the group chat when you're in the middle of a one-on-one.
I don't know what you're talking about. There's nothing in there. Yeah, no.
I didn't even read the whole thing, and I was already. Yeah, I think we're gonna kind of leave it there for Mac is holding Chase, and we're gonna leave that there and hop over to Felix. Felix, you take River to Tugs.
I'm back.
Good. You managed. Any problems?
Besides the fact that you're holding my friend hostage? Yeah, no.
All right. Well, I'll take them, and y'all can be on your way. Felix, it's at this point though that you notice all of your supplies, but little supplies you've been carrying on. Tugs has packed them into one duffel bag that he has at his own feet. Seems like he plans on taking all your supplies with him.
You're going to leave us here to die, is what you're saying.
Y'all seem resourceful. I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Fine.
Is there anything like Felix wants to try or do?
Not until he's moving towards River.
Okay.
And then I want to try to as soon as I'm sorry, I know that she has a name, but you made it up last time and I don't remember it.
I believe it was Jenny.
Jenny. As soon as Jenny is free from his grasp, I want to try to get both this person I don't know and Jenny backed away from him as fast as I can, pull both of them out of his reach.
Okay. That will be a mobility roll.
Okay. I got 0 successes.
Do you want to push the roll?
I do.
Okay. So add 1 stress and re-roll your dice.
There it is. Okay. Mobility.
Okay. 1 success, and you roll the walker. And I think so. As you try to pull them both back, but you only manage to get Jenny. And I'm going to have you roll close combat as Tugs attempts to strike you as you pull Jenny away.
Okay. I didn't add my stress to that.
I haven't looked at it. Just go ahead and re-roll it with your stress added.
Okay. 0 successes and the walker.
Okay. Tugs also rolled 0 successes. So it means that you... Like, nothing technically happens because you're not... You don't get hit, but also it's not because... Like, it's not because you dodged. I think in this case, it's because... With the mess up, I think it's because you trip over your own feet. So Tugs misses when you try to dodge. You trip over your own feet and you fall to the ground, which puts you in a vulnerable position. And Tugs just casually points his gun at you and says, "All right, stop this, or I shoot both you and your friend. You got your friend. I got what I wanted. Leave it at that."
I'd like to kick at his ankles.
Okay, roll close combat.
I got a success.
Okay. You kick at his ankles. What are you hoping to happen here?
I'm hoping to like make him like have to at least move to like kicking at his ankle that he's not pointing it at me anymore. He's pointing it like up or to the side or something. Just so I can have a moment to scramble back up to my feet.
Okay. Yeah. Your distraction works. You're able to get back to your feet. What, like, once you're back to your feet, what do you do? What is your plan?
Grabbing River out of the way and starting to run.
So here's the thing. The way that, especially the way this is played out, you can't grab River. You can grab Jenny, but you can't grab River.
Okay. Then in that case, I just want to take Jenny and run.
Okay. And I think that Tugs lets you. He thinks about like shooting at you as you run away, but I think like as he aims at you as you run away, he decides it's not worth it. He has your supplies. He has River. I think he's just gonna, and he leaves it at that. And Felix takes off with Jenny, and Felix, the thing is like once you get outside and you run for a while, you realize all those extra, like those extra walkers that you've been seeing lately has turned into even more of a problem as these hordes kind of fall on to Eau Claire. And in the background you hear and see those fireworks going off. Is there any last words or anything Felix wants to have?
she's just gonna kind of mutter as they're running that that asshole is gonna get what's coming to him, I hope.
Okay. Cherry, you are leaving with Aiden and Harley. I forgot his name for a second. And Harley. You're on your way out. Dipper, I think as you're on your way back, you see them leaving.
I'm gonna wait for them to leave before I go into the spectrum.
Okay.
Then be seen.
Do you have a plan at the spectrum? Do you just like say hi to somebody, drop off the wedding dress, and leave?
I think I wanna. Yeah, I think I just want to find Vivian. And,
Okay.
Uh,
Easy enough.
yeah, because I don't know what's going on quite yet. With everything going on, I may or may not have turned off my walkie. Whoopsie doopsie. Oh no. But I turned it back on, and it seems a little chaotic. So I want to find Vivian, give the dress, and then find out what's going on. But I also don't want to talk to Cherry right now.
Okay. You you find Vivian. It's kind of obvious that Vivian has been crying, right? Like
Vivian, can I give
she
you a
seems
hug?
fine now, but
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like she seems fine now, but like, she's got that puffy-eyed look to her that
Yeah. It's good sometimes to have the like aftershock cry, so that you're not fighting a zombie and then or a walker and then you gotta cry in the middle of it. It's not great because then it like blurs your vision and then you can't see the walker in front. Anyways, I'm talking too much. Coming for a big hug. Big hug.
yeah. Thanks, Deborah. What's all this?
Oh, okay. So Kia had to leave. Don't tell Cherry. Whatever. If Cherry finds out, fuck. Whatever.
Cherry's out right now, but
Oh, perfect. Okay. So Kia had to go because Kia got radioed somewhere else. And so then I wandered a little bit. Oh no, what are we gonna do? I found a really nice house. Went inside. Swept the place, made sure it was all safe and stuff, and then I scavenged a little bit, and there was a wedding dress in the corner. So I kind of just took it upon myself to grab it, see what I could do with it. Found some nice, not white, off-white, little dusty white curtains from my closet, and I just had some fun with it, Tried my best. I have a two tree little band-aids on my hands from getting the needle in my finger a bit too hard. But it's okay. I think the dress looks great. My blood was never on it. This blood, not mine. It's great. And also this blood was not on the dress. So we're good.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I'm sure Cherry and Eliza will appreciate that. That's very nice. Cherry is out right now. I guess River's missing now.
What?
I don't know the details, but Dalton River radioed in.
Okay, where are they going? I gotta go take care of my fucking brother-in-law. Yeah. Where are they at?
They headed out to, I think it was Point C.
Okay, say no more. If Eliza asks where I am, I'm going out to Point C. If anyone else asks, tell them to ask Eliza. I don't fucking know. I'm going, and then I head out.
Okay. Yep. Cherry, you get to Point C, where Dalton and company are waiting for you.
Okay, so what do we know? What are we working with?
So I've re-examined everything, and it looks like somebody let some walkers in one door. And when we went to take care of them, they snuck in another door and took River. That's
Okay. I have so many questions, but okay. Do we know what direction they went?
We found some tracks, but it's mostly paved roads over here, so we lost them pretty quickly. But we had a decent idea, but we didn't want to go too far.
Tracking in a city is so much trouble.
Yeah, and I don't have any experience with it.
I guess. All right. I guess for now we stick in our groups of 3 and 3. Let's go to where you lost the trail and kind of fan out and try and look around.
Cherry, as soon as you get to where the trail was lost and you're looking around, you hear your radio sort of caught like mid-word, as if turning the dial, trying to find the channel that your radio is on. Jerry, are you there? You got my friends killed.
I'm assuming I recognize this
Yeah,
voice.
you recognize the voice of Tugs. You also know you didn't tell Tugs your name.
Cherry looks really hard at Aiden before answering the radio. I let you off easy before, and you tried to stab us in the back. So, what's your plan now? You take one of mine because I got involved with your whatever your little plan was?
You led those kids right to us. You know that. Got my friends killed. But it's okay. I don't want to hurt your friend. They're just bait.
Bait to get me out here? Well, it worked, if that was your goal. And Cherry's like on the radio, like one hand on the radio, bracing the rifle still, and like just looking around, trying to see if I can spot him.
Roll a scout roll.
No successes, but I'm gonna push.
Okay.
I've pushed so rarely, and this is a situation where Cherry definitely would be like, nope, we're going to try harder. 1 success and a mess up.
Ooh, I'm gonna keep that. But you see him. There is a flatbed truck that's like turned sideways down the road, and there's some like lumber or something, you can't tell, on the back, but he is on that truck, sort of behind that pile of lumber, and you enough so that you, like, if you weren't looking for him, you wouldn't have noticed, but he's also not trying to hide. And it's also hard to see because he's, I would say, a couple blocks down from you.
Well, if your goal was to get me out here, you got me out here. What's next, Tugs?
Why don't you come down here and play?
Let River go first. You know I keep my word. You've seen it in action already. Let River go. Let me see River leave.
Roll manipulation.
Cool. I'm going to use my talent, Steady Hands. Once every session, you may choose not to roll any stress on a skill.
Nice. Okay.
My score in manipulation's kind of low, but hopefully that'll help out. 0 successes. I'm gonna push.
Jesus Christ. I wanted to, so you say this, and I think you can kind of tell that it's not enough. You've got 4 successes here, so he's gonna do what you want, but like, give me a little bit more to like push that story.
I think there's like that moment where Cherry can tell that's not enough, and she starts she lets the rifle hang so that her other hand is free holding the radio, and she like motions to Aiden to, you know, and the other Aiden and Harley to like don't follow, and starts to walk towards the truck.
Okay. At that, Tugs lets River go, sort of pushes them out from behind the stack of lumber, and River is on the way to you. I think so. Like, Aiden's doing what you want. Doesn't like have rifle in hand, but is watching your back. Harley is going to be the one that will try to get River to safety as you go over there. For time's sake, Deborah, you have caught up to them, and like, you, where do you want to be? Do you want to be like watching this from around the corner? Are you gonna...
And so, like, I've seen most of this then.
Yes.
Okay. Then if you'll let me, I do want to get behind Tugs and see if I can't swing on him.
Roll stealth.
I think that's 2. Stealth. Nope, that's 1.
Deborah bad at stealth? Who could have ever guessed?
Who would have fucking thought? Not Deborah. Oh wait, I have to do 2 stress dice. Hold on. Oh, okay. That's a success on my stress dice. I rolled a 1 on my regular one, but I got it.
So I think at least part of this is less about Deborah being stealthy and more about Tugs being distracted, focused on Cherry, right?
I am very distracting. I am very good looking.
But Cherry, I think maybe you see Deborah sneaking up.
I 100% do not react because I've been in shitty situations like this before. You do not give the enemy anything to work with.
And then may I swing?
Yes, you will get to swing.
6, 8, and 2 stress dice. That's 3 successes, and success on my stress dice and a 2 on my stress dice. May I cleave this man?
Yes.
Yeah!
How much damage does your weapon do in normal non-zombie combat?
Just
Also-
1.
Just one? Okay.
Just 1. Yeah.
So yep.
Would it seem we outnumber Tugs, right?
Oh,
So we're not at a disadvantaged in any way?
correct.
Yeah.
Okay. I can't use my ability. So yes, it is just 1 damage.
Yeah. So you take 1 damage. Cherry, you've also as you walk up, as you see Deborah swing, you notice that Dalton was trying to get into like a good position, but couldn't do it without getting spotted, at least until Deborah took a swing. But whatever like flanking position Dalton was hoping to get into, he's not there.
Okay.
Deborah, I need you to roll mobility for me.
That's another 1er. I just roll 1 dice. My stress dice. Wow!
Jesus fucking Christ. I should start just rolling physical dice. This dice roller hates me. I know they're untrained, but Jesus. You
I got a success.
You did get a success. Tugs does not.
Yeah.
Tugs wheels you smack Tugs once and do 1 damage to Tugs. Tugs wheels on you, gun in hand. Using your success on your mobility, you hit the ground as Tugs pulls the trigger.
Oh,
Your ears are ringing a little bit, but Tugs misses, and you're fine.
Okay, I have a mechanical question now.
Yes.
Because I have an issue, but also combat training takes over.
Mm-hmm.
How does my issue affect, like, can I try and push past my issue? Does my issue give me a penalty? Like,
What's your issue is regarding
I
combat,
won't
right?
kill another human being.
Oh, okay. So if you I believe it's just mostly it will cause you like problems later if you push past it.
Okay, so it's a narrative thing. I will be fucked up for doing what I'm about to do.
I'm sure Faye is about to double check for me, but I believe that it's more of like this is a thing that is narratively impactful. We can maybe give you stress for it and stuff, but
like I'm down for something to happen because like this 100% in my mind is like combat training takes over. Cherry does what needs to be done and deals with the consequences later.
Yeah, and I think that is more than a fair response. Does that mean that Cherry's going to attempt?
Well, yeah. I mean, gunfire happened. You don't try and get in close when you've got a rifle. So I'm going to try and shoot at Tugs.
Okay. Ranged combat.
Two successes and a mess up.
Okay. So here's the thing. You critically injure Tugs. You do not kill Tugs. But that is 3 damage on Tugs because you get 2 for shooting. Or for 2 successes. That's a mess up.
I don't know. I have actually had to be in combat so little, being like one of the more heavily combat focused people, but my assault rifle does 2 damage. So
that's 3 damage.
Okay.
Yeah. So that puts Tugs over the 3 damage into critical injury. And I'm going to use here the 2 mess ups to say, 1, you don't see that there. I guess I'll say there's 2 of them. You don't see either truck loaded with like welding gear. And when you shoot, the bullet goes through Tugs and hits one truck. And Tugs, as Tugs is going down, shoots the other truck. And both of them explode. That worked out so perfectly with those lockers.
And I'm just on the ground.
You're just on the ground. Here's the thing. This causes damage to your surrounding, which releases like some walkers from some buildings. There's, everybody's ears are ringing, all kinds of stuff. Deborah, you can see Cherry alive, but there's no way for you to be able to get to Cherry. You see Dalton try, but Dalton unloads his weapon trying to get there and can't either. You see Harley push River to safety before succumbing to several walkers himself. Dalton gets some people to safety afterwards. But and this is you've cut quite the problem here with these walkers.
Is Tug still near me?
Yes and no. Because
can I get to Tugs?
Yes.
I would like to get to Tugs and put my 9mm to his head.
Okay.
And pull the trigger.
Easy enough. Tugs was already dying.
He's not coming back and killing me. I'm finishing the fucking job.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello?
Tugs is dead.
Oh, okay.
Felix and Jonah, from wherever you are, you see two big explosions go off. And that is where we end for tonight.
All that matters is that Tugs is dead and one of our own is dead.
Blood for blood.
At least he got what was coming to him.
Yeah. Yeah, you foreshadowed that. It was just a 50-year-old white woman with a gun. I don't think he was expecting that.
No.
Are we going around the horn?
Yes.
Okay. That's
Oh,
me
yeah.
then.
We gotta repost that.
Yeah, I just
Talk
know
too
it's
much in
me.
chat.
Great.
We do.
There's too much chat today. Okay, hi everybody. My name is Verb. I use they she pronouns. And tonight I'm playing Deborah. I don't know what the fuck is going on with Deborah. Deborah's Deborahing. And it's okay. She's trying her best. Yeah. Wow, all the things that I'm in. I'm not in a lot of stuff in the month of January. I'm kind of focusing on some IRL stuff because I'm a coach and I'm in the middle of my season, so I got a lot of stuff I got to do with that. So the only place that you can really find me for the month of January is going to be right here in Nerds with Dice playing Deborah, excluding next weekend because I got a competition. But you can find me here. And then you'll be able to find me a bunch of other places, and maybe I'll show up other places. I don't know. I'm kind of just free, and it kind of feels nice to kind of take a little bit of a break.
You free falling?
Huh?
Are you free falling?
Free falling.
I'm gonna pass it off to Lisa.
Hi, I'm Lisa. I use they, she pronouns, and I played Felix tonight, who uses she, her pronouns. And you can find me, I'm starting to stream. So you can find me on Twitch under Bonita Lisa. And it was really fun playing Felix. And there's a lot of chaos. All right, I'm passing it over now.
And I'm picking it up. Hi, I'm Faye, they, them. I've been playing Jonah, he, him. Yeah, chaos has been happening. Emotions have been happening. Don't really do much outside of my work besides, playing a sad dad. So you can catch me here.
I think that is me next. Hello, everybody. My name is Mary. I've been playing Eliza. We both use she, her pronouns. Where you can find me. You can find me online at The Nerd on Wheels everywhere on social media. Coming up for me on Tuesday, December 30th, you can find me over on Stat Monkey Presents. We are doing a special character creation episode for a new system called Rotted Capes, 2nd edition. It is another zombie themed game system, but throwing superheroes into the mix. So if you like Marvel zombies, this system basically puts both of these awesome genres together and makes them kiss. But go ahead and check that out for character creation on Tuesday, and then we'll be back again for Walking Dead.
That is me. Hey everybody, my name is Quinn. I use Indian all pronouns. I've been playing Chase, who uses he, him pronouns. You can find me on Blue Sky and Blue Sky only at QuinnBeckham27. And speaking of superheroes, if you want to see superheroes melded with Eldritch Horror, you can join me for our very last session of this season of Emergent Dawn of the Next Generation, which will be next Saturday at time change from previous. We're moving up half an hour because my players have a lot to do if they want to not die in the next session. So we'll be starting at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, 12:30 noon time Eastern, if I just did math correctly. And yeah, then I will be there next week. I will not be back here next Saturday. Chase is taking another little mini hiatus to go and do stuff and things. And then for the rest of the month of January, you can find me here doing this every Saturday. And if you find me somewhere else in the month of January, mistakes have been made. I am intentionally. My doing nothing in January is on purpose. I am going to be here and nowhere else other than in secret behind the scenes meeting, talking about and planning stuff with Sophia because we've got a lot of really cool things coming for Nerds with Dice that I'm not going to say anything about yet. And so that's all for me for now.
All right. I'm Cass. I've been playing Cherry. Both our pronouns are she, they. Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Wow. Thanks, Deborah, for keeping me from having to kill a fool, I guess.
I'm here to serve. I got you.
This is the only place you can find me right now, but I also will not be here next week because I'm going on vacation.
Okay, well, hello everyone, and thank you to our raiders. We are wrapping up, but this has been Fields of the Dead, a Midwestern zombie apocalypse. I was a storyteller. I'm Sophia Olivia Scott. My pronouns are she, her, we. Right now, and as far as I know, till maybe February, this is where the only place I can be found. Let's see. Yeah. I am the founder and one of the chancellors here at Nerds with Dice, so thank you for stopping by. I am also the moderator over at, or not the moderator, but a moderator over at the Queer Actual Play Guild. So you can find that on Blue Sky at QAP Guild and check out all the information there. You can find me at Nerdy Teddy on Blue Sky, and you can find Nerds with Dice at Nerds W Dice over there. I'm going to see if there's anybody to raid for us. Wow. Yeah, sorry. I was kind of hoping to be able to send y'all folks somewhere, but I am not seeing anybody trusted. Does anybody else have anybody on theirs that they see that would be a good raid?
Most ones that I know of are offline right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm seeing too.
If you felt like it, Sophia, Sia from our horror game is streaming.
Oh, what's the channel name?
It is Cinesia. Cinesia.
One more time, a little slow.
I'll put it in the video chat for you quick.
We're gonna raid them, and we will see you next time. But I'm gonna take us to the end screen. We'll see you later, folks.